Hello.
We should do this again sometime.
Welcome back, D-List Cinema.
What's up, gang? Damn, you sucking on that beer, boy.
Like remnants of the lime on the side of it.
Was.
Bro had it in his mouth like this.
You have to get the lime off.
Look, I got a little sheet for my FIFA too. Yeah, keep track.
Wow, impressive.
But The Shawshank Redemption, made in 1994. Frank Darabont, probably not pronouncing that right at all.
I think you did.
You know, it's revolves around this guy named Andy. He's a banker, and he gets arrested in trial for killing his wife who's cheating on him. Pro golfer. And he faces 2 life sentences. And, you know, a fun fact, he actually didn't commit the crime, but that doesn't matter. He still got the sentence. And he befriends a group of guys, including this guy named Red. And while serving, he secretly digs out a tunnel. And he creates a fake identity while working there. You know, he creates a nice little life for himself in prison. You know, he does everybody's taxes, and he's helping the counselor commit fraud. And he creates this fake identity of this person so that it saves the counselor, but really he was creating this fake identity for himself for when he gets out. And then he gets out and he gets a bunch of money. So he escapes. Watch the movie if you haven't. It's a really good movie.
Prison Break.
I love when you do the synopsis.
It's a full rundown.
Yeah, it's just the whole
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
We've only given one spoiler alert at the start of Andy's episodes, and we spoil them from the jump.
I like how you got beginning and then the end.
And then
you went,
back.
oh, right, the middle.
But I gave it 5 stars. I really like this movie. It's hard to say right now just because I need some deeper thought, but it's definitely top 5 for me. I don't know where in the top 5 or who else is there, but it's definitely top 5. And I wish I saw this movie sooner. It is very good.
Yeah, it's definitely one of them ones, bro. Like, it's a movie that every single person should watch at one point in their life. It's pretty flawless. And it's funny, I was thinking this earlier today, Mike. We, had that discussion in one of our Tuesday videos of like, do we prefer production over plot?
Oh, yeah.
And this movie does have good cinematography, does have good production, but its greatness truly comes from its plot and its storytelling and its characters, which I really like about it. I mean, Andy and Red are 2 of the best like movie characters ever. Like, just from their dialogue to their like connection together and the friendship they build in the movie is just very cool. The themes of the movie are really great, like the themes of hope, the themes of friendship, and obviously like redemption. It's just like perfectly crafted, perfectly paced movie. Yeah, it's a tearjerker. Cried a few times today. It's a ultimate banger. Ultimate banger. 5 stars.
5 stars.
Easily.
That's sick, man. So sick.
I also gave it 5 stars. I mean, the movie's just kind of like both of you said. There's not really much wrong with it at all. The story's insane, the acting's insane, cinematography's insane. The soundtrack is good.
Yeah.
I think I've said it about a couple movies. There were movies when I was younger, like my dad or my brothers would have on or something like that, and I kind of walk in the living room, I'd be like, looks fucking terrible. And then I walk out. This was one of those movies when I was younger where I saw that, I'm like, this looks like shit. And then I watched it when I got older, and it's just peak.
I think it's just like so complex. I mean, honestly, the way the story is told is very simple. Like, it's very direct. It's very like easy to follow. I think just like, grasping why it's so good and like seeing the themes that are told throughout the movie are like, can be definitely boring for a fucking kid. But yeah, I mean, I remember when I was a kid, like, I feel like I've heard about the Shawshank Redemption since I was like 5. Like, my whole life, I was like, there's this movie called Shawshank Redemption. Like, watch it. I was like, oh, that looks boring. Same as you. Like, boring. I don't know. And I feel like I watched it for the first time in high school, and I thought it was good. I was still like, it's not the greatest movie ever. And I watched it like 4 or 5 years ago. I was like, okay, yeah, this is truly great.
I agree. I've heard it in like multiple times before. I've heard of it, and I just never got around to it. And there's this show called Last Man on Earth. Have you guys heard of it?
I don't know.
It's a pretty stupid show. I wouldn't recommend it. It's pretty ass. But, you know, it's where this guy thinks he's the last guy on Earth, and then he ends up running into, you know, a couple more people in. But then there's these two characters. This really attractive girl and then this fat, ugly dude. But then he has a good personality, and they bond over a movie, which is the Shawshank Redemption. And then there's this arc along in the show where they end up going to Zihatuan. I don't know how to fucking...
Zantanejo.
Zantanejo.
That's what it is.
And they end up going there because of it, and they spend some time over there, which is really cool seeing. You know, I'd never watched the movie at that point, but then now seeing, you know, what these two characters bonded with at the end of the world, it's pretty cool.
You should go watch that part of the show again. You'd probably really like it more.
It's a pretty bad show.
Oh, well, just like that one bit.
It's it's a comedy show, but it's terrible.
It made me think though that it's kind of cool. One of the last things left, like if you are like one of the last couple people on Earth, one of the last things left are just gonna be movies.
What do you mean?
Just like one of the last like remnants of everything before.
What?
Or not last remnants, but like something to remember everything before and see how things were. It'll be movies. That's kind of cool.
If you have electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah, electronics, books,
Yeah.
pictures, art.
Batteries and a projector. I don't know. Anyway.
That was a weird take. There's a lot of other stuff that can
Yeah.
portray the past.
I don't know.
Like
Never mind.
books.
Never mind.
History books. Yeah.
Nah, yeah.
I think Morgan Freeman is just so iconic, man. And you got like the full Morgan Freeman experience where it's, you know, his voice acting, where he's the narrator, it's just so perfect. And then you get like, you know, everything that he is as an actor. And
yeah.
If we did the top 5 actor list after we already did it, like if we did it today or a different time, he probably would be higher on my list. He would be on my list.
This role of his is a pretty big reason why like he was on that list. I mean, there's definitely some other stuff. He's, you know,
The Lego Movie.
Sure. Dark Knight trilogy.
21 Savage.
What?
You don't know about that?
Oh,
He's in there's one of his albums where he's like a voice narrator before, and then
21 Savage?
You haven't heard it?
And Morgan Freeman are linked?
I'll pull it up after. But
Maybe I have. I don't know.
You definitely have.
This feels somewhat like real to me, but I can't like put it together right now.
He said he liked the message that 21 Savage had in that album, and he decided that he would narrate for one of his things.
Why'd you go into private mode to look that up?
I go into private mode for everything except for what I need to keep open.
Habit, bro. He been doing that from the jump.
Oh, do. No trace.
Yeah, this is truly a remarkable movie with truly great characters. And what the hell is that?
I'm sorry. I tried
Very
pulling it
good.
up on YouTube.
Oh, Dad.
Snitches around. I
Just
got it.
show me later.
Yeah, I'll show you later.
Remarkable movie.
Did I say that like 5 times?
Probably, but
So I keep using that word. I just decided to replace sick with remarkable.
sounds better.
So remarkable.
But yeah. I mean, do you guys want to go into favorite scenes now?
There's quite a bit for me.
I just wrote down one.
I mean,
I wrote down my favorite scene.
I definitely want to say my favorite because I have favorites, but I have probably. You all go first because I don't know. I have like 3 that are probably.
My favorite scene would have to be the last one, when Red and Andy reunite in Zihuatanejo. Gringo here, and you know, it's just Red gets let out of jail, and they had such a strong bond in jail, and he has like a life in jail. It's kind of like the whole Brooks situation, and he was struggling for a little bit to find his role in the world when he gets let out of jail, and he almost suffered the same fate as Brooks, but then he remembered the promise he made to Andy, and after, you know, going to the tree and digging up that lunchbox, he's like, you know, it gives him a purpose in the world, and it's to go help Andy do what he did in the prison, which was build like an actual like library for these guys and actual like livelihoods for when they do go out. And then now he saw that vision, he's like, now I'm gonna go help you in the real world, instead of like letting himself suffer the same fate as Brooks.
The last scene is so awesome. I noticed one thing. I mean, I'm sure this was on purpose. The last word spoken in the movie is hope. When he's in the narration, he says like, I'd hope to do this, hope to that, I hope to shake my friend Andy's hand and be there for him. And then he goes, I hope. And like the whole theme of the movie is kind of hope. and the way like they just ended the movie like that, and then there's like I don't know like a minute after that of just him traveling, and then him eventually getting there and walking on the beach and seeing Andy give him a hug. Last scene is honestly like the last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
As a whole, from when the plot twist is revealed that Andy's been digging this hole the whole time, and
that
he
fake
escapes.
person is
The fake person, he steals. It was like 373,000, which I saw with
that was
like
his inmate number
with
or
like.
whatever.
Oh, I actually did not
That was
see
a fun
that.
fact.
But what I was gonna say was like if you account for like modern day inflation or whatever today, it's like 2.7 mil
Jeez.
is what he took from that guy.
And he basically set the trap for the warden too.
Set the trap for everyone, like blew that shit up. He fucking just the escape was brilliant. The narration in that 30 minutes was brilliant. And then eventually like them reuniting and
And it shows that if it weren't for Andy, then Red probably would have suffered the same fate as Brooks. And how you're let out and you see all these new things that you're not used to, and then you get a job that you don't like, and it sucks. And now you're old, so it also sucks there. The boss is a dick, and then you have nobody.
More of the story: go to jail because the real world fucking sucks.
or go to jail because you'll find your best friend there.
That too.
Yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't.
Or your
catch you in the
boyfriend.
shower.
Or your boyfriend. Showers are dangerous there.
Not a good spot to be.
That was another thing I really like about this movie is that like every bad
The
character
shower scene.
caught its demise. Yes, the shower scene in particular. But literally every bad character caught its demise at one point. And it takes a while for the last two guys too. But it's just like it's like a perfect movie about redemption and I guess whatever another word is for I guess kind of karma a little bit. Like all these people did all these terrible things and even in the good sense, like for Andy and for Red even, Red pretty much the whole movie like lived the right way, treat people the right way, and Andy kind of like lived like all of his actions in the movie were done not for himself or not to benefit himself, but to benefit his friends. And in the end, like they ended up happy together on the beach of whatever the fuck that country's called that I'm never gonna be able to pronounce. But
Well, it's Mexico. It's a city in Mexico.
okay, I'll just keep saying Mexico.
Yeah. See, Hatenejo. That might be the closest I'll get.
It might be Guantanamo. I can't remember. I just fucking watched the movie like 5 minutes.
3
5
certified
hours ago.
gringos here.
So you want the hole?
Yeah, hell no.
You want the hole?
That's definitely
That's
not
definitely
right.
You
not
want the...
What was your favorite scene, Mike?
I got a couple.
Just say one, so you don't take all of mine. We can just go back and forth.
I'm trying to think of what you're most likely to pull.
There's two.
Just say your favorite one.
Actually,
and
there's
then you'll go from
there's there's two. There's two.
Okay, I'll go crawling through the poop.
That wasn't what I was gonna say.
Oh, really?
But I guess that's a part of the last 30 minutes.
Yeah,
That shit's crazy.
Yeah, but
there. Oh, here we go.
I don't know when he. Zihuatanejo.
That's not
I was
no.
close. I was
Zihuatanejo.
close. Zihuatanejo.
I think the way they're saying in the movie is Guantanamo.
That.
Well, because they're cool kids in jail. They want to be bad
We'll go
boys.
to not Guatanejo.
Want
Like
to be
us,
bad boys.
apparently.
Who else would want to be bad boys?
Us, apparently.
He'll never watch this.
No way in hell.
Unless he's hate watching.
He probably blocked us.
If he's
to be
hate
honest.
watching, then respect to you,
Respect.
good sir. But yeah, I like the poop crawling scene. Just everything about that.
I like the poop.
The reveal taking out the poster and there's a big ass hole in the wall. He's crawling through the poop, which apparently the poop was real poop that he was crawling through.
What the fuck?
No, that's not true.
I don't know. That was one of the fun
No,
facts
because I saw.
and I
No,
don't
that's
know,
cap.
I don't know how
That's
true
cap.
that shit was.
You know what's not cap? Steph
definitely
finished
not
with
true.
56 tonight.
That's crazy.
It's not cap.
That's crazy.
But no, that
couldn't even
I
get
saw
60?
I saw from like multiple different places that they put like water, like chocolate powder, and
There'd
like
be no
fucking
way in
some,
hell
my
they-
fun fact source is.
I don't know where you got
Fun
it from.
fact for
Fire
y'all
that
boys:
guy.
he crawled in real poop, and you believed it. He did not crawl in real poop.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Where would they get all
Let me read
that poop?
Hold up. Let me read my fun fact.
In a prison, he crawled through
They're
a
not
real
shooting
poop
in a real
pipe.
prison.
They got it in a real poop pipe.
Yeah, I wrote down. They say he crawled through real poopy in the.
You think they put? You really think they put cameras in a fucking sewer with real poop?
Fuck it.
Where else would they get the poop or
I get the
sewage?
job done.
Gotta get the job done.
Anyway, I was
Mike and his film students chose to recreate this scene, and they crawl through, and they get some idiot to crawl through real poop.
Perfect.
Dude,
That's gonna get an A+ once you tell him you crawled through real shit.
Yeah, it could be as dog shit as it has to be. I crawl through poop, man.
Get some asshole to crawl through poop.
All right, fair. Fucking I don't know that entire scene though, and then when he gets out and it's pouring rain and it kind of washes him clean and everything.
He still ditches the clothes.
I mean,
He does get clothes, but it's still kind of like
the shot of him with his hands out is like the iconic shot in like all movies. You know.
I do have a question since it pertains to right now. Would you guys climb through 500 yards of prison shit in a pipe to escape jail?
If it means getting out, yeah.
I mean, like in his scenario of all that shit he endured, like all of that, yeah.
And you have the escape plan already routed. Like,
I do it. You have to do it. Yeah.
But like, if you were to just do it with no plan to get out, you're fucked. You're just gonna get caught and thrown back in jail.
What if the end of the what if the end of the fucking thing was like wired off? What if he does all that crawling and then it's like shut?
Oh, fucking luck, dude.
What does he do then?
He's got to crawl back.
And then he just like gets back in his cell and he's all shitty and they're like, oh, well, you're in the fucking can or you're in the hole for a year.
They'd probably
now.
send him to a maximum security.
Honestly, they might have fucking killed him.
Oh yeah, that show's crazy.
Back
I can't
then,
believe they
they
killed
were-
that one dude.
too.
That was a sad death.
That was a
sad death. But I mean, my two favorite scenes definitely. I thought you were gonna say one of them, but you didn't. The scene on the roof when was that what you were about to say?
That was one of my three. I was stuck.
I mean,
between
that
three.
like when he convinces the guard to help him with his taxes at first, and then he gets all his friends the beer. That scene is just very, very well written, and it's just like the first bit of happiness in the whole movie. I think the dialogue. I mean, dude, the writing in this movie is just so perfect. The dialogue, the narration is so fucking perfect.
You know who wrote it?
Well, the director wrote the actual script, but I know like
Stephen King.
Yeah.
Stephen King.
Stephen King adaptation.
And you know who what cell number Red was in?
I don't remember.
I don't know either. But it was the same one for the something with The Shining. The same room for The Shining.
Was it 271?
Yeah.
I've read The Shining and seen the movie. And
It's
I
the same. It was
that.
the same cell.
I couldn't remember the room.
Yeah.
That was it.
And someone I know used to have a fucking keychain with like The Shining,
That movie is so good.
like the key
I
fob
might
was
pick it for
on
my
his
next
keychain.
movie.
It's a banger, bro.
It's a banger.
Banger. But yeah, that scene, and then the scene where Andy walks into the warden's office and there's all the books, and then the guy's like, I'm gonna go take a shit, I'll be back. And then Andy decides to play the vinyl for the whole jail, and he sits back and the warden's like, turn that down right now, and he turns that bitch up. That scene, and then
The
Morgan narration
Freeman
bit
immediately goes over. I didn't even know what they were saying.
yeah,
Great Morgan Freeman impression.
it's just so beautiful, bro. Like just seeing like the happiness that is brought to those people from some small little act of some music that nobody fucking knows, but like,
Or the lyrics.
and honestly, it's crazy. Like I find myself listening to music that is in different languages and like with like crazy bass, and it doesn't even say any words or words I know, but I'm just like, this is so fucking
You be
beautifully
listening to Bad
sounding.
Bunny?
No,
Let me put y'all on.
Que
real
lo
quick.
que?
Let me put y'all on real
don't.
quick. Masayoshi Tanaka. That's the man.
Spanish doesn't do it for me, but like Italian and French music does it for sure.
Japanese rock, Masayoshi Tanaka.
I'm okay.
That's the man.
Japanese does not do it for me.
Dude,
That doesn't sound as like
Oh, we know, buddy.
I'm telling you, it's just a Japanese dude fucking ripping on the
Back-to-back
guitar.
weeks.
It's so good.
okay.
I'm happy though. I picked the one scene of my three that you didn't have.
The poop walking.
Yeah, I'm kind of impressed myself on
I
that.
think it's funny that out of those three that you landed on the poop as your
Well, because I like the whole like I feel like there's a whole
Just
meaning
like the
behind
poop?
the scene. I feel like him crawling through the shit and then getting out into the pouring rain where it washes him clean is kind of like
he planned
how the
it.
entire movie went.
That was his whole journey.
That was the whole plan. Because you can't break into the poop pipe if
Well,
if it's not loud with the thunder.
Not even the plan. I'm talking like the symbolism.
No,
of the thing.
I know what you're saying. Like,
Like the entire movie, he's going through a bunch of bullshit, and then he's finally free right there.
and he
Crawling
doesn't
through all
stop
poop,
crawling
and then
through the
he's fucking-
bullshit. Similar to like he gets raped and raped and raped and raped and fucking beat up and beat up and beat up, and you know while all this is happening, like he still has to deal with it in his head that his wife fucking cheated on him, and like
And he killed her.
also is dead. Like
He didn't
like,
kill her.
You know, even if he had to go through that of his wife cheating, he still loved her, and she still got fucking murdered. It's like all this pain for 20 years.
Be sad.
Yeah.
If Kane cheated on me and then somebody killed her, I wouldn't be sad. I'd be sad that I got framed for it, and I'd be more upset that I didn't kill her and then I got served a fucking life sentence.
You would be sad, bro.
If she cheated on me and then she got murdered and then I got framed for the murder, I'd be sad that I'd be in jail for not even killing her. I'd wish I would have killed her, so then I'd actually be serving a sentence for what I did.
All right. That's fair.
It's just logical.
That's not. I don't agree.
Actually, for you.
Whatever. Yeah.
I'd be sad that she cheated on me. I wouldn't be sad that she's dead.
That's bro. Yes, you would. Not even a little bit.
I'd be upset that she cheated on me.
Okay, well, fuck that. He was Andy was definitely upset that he got fucking cheated on, and then had to fucking get raped by some fucking bastard in jail for 20 years, and then got.
He did not get raped for 20 years.
I know, but I'm just saying.
2 or 3, and then they got his ass.
Okay, well, he got raped over 15 times probably. He fucking did so much time in the hole. He fucking was getting mentally tormented by the warden for years, being forced to do all these people's work and shit for free. Like
he was living lavish for the most part.
Sure.
Until he started to
rebel.
Yeah, to rebel. Then they started throwing him in the thing. That's why they fucking got rid of the dude that was raping him, because they're trying to get him to think that he's.
No, I know. I understand.
They built him a whole library. They sent him money to build all this shit.
But he was doing a lot of work in there.
There's nothing else for him to do.
For no pay.
And it was to escape with now inflated $2 million.
It worked out for him.
That dumbass in there need to shut the hell up.
Facts. A couple other scenes.
I hope it fix it up.
I mean, this scene is really sad, but like Brooks's letter to the guys when he died is a really good scene. It's really sad.
They just showed bro hanging there.
I like that entire Brooks sequence. It's all that.
Especially then.
Like from when he...
That's actually one of my favorite parts of it.
What?
Him killing himself is his favorite part.
Why?
I don't know. I couldn't even tell you, to be honest. It's just kind of like he gets out and he's like, this is dog shit. I hate this. I wish I was back. And then he eventually just fucking calls it quits.
I mean, it's kind of like antonym to the whole story is that he was a guy that was in the jail that essentially had no hope and didn't try to find any hope, didn't really care to like make, he was there, but he's kind of just like, he didn't really try to like find friendship. Like he was friends with a fucking bird. Like that was his best friend.
No, but he was saying he liked it in jail because he was, the smartest person there, or like he actually had purpose, where now in the real world he's nobody and he can't do anything about it. He's just a crook.
Sad too, like
so he just missed a jail.
I feel like a lot of people in jail kind of think that way too, where it's like,
well, if you're serving, like with no hope of getting out, like.
But that's the thing, yeah. That's why people in jail like live like that, because like they make it their home. Like he called it home because he had no hope for his future. So he was like, I'm gonna just accept my fate here, and so that's why he died. And then, with Red, he got out of jail with hope that he's gonna see his best friend again, and that he's gonna live a life that's bigger than the life that he's ever lived, even though he's, I don't know, 60 years old or however the fuck old it was. I thought it was cool too. I didn't like see this with my own eye when I was watching it, but I read that when they recorded the scene of Brooks walking out of the jail, it was like from the front of the jail, and the jail was behind him, kind of symbolizing that like his whole life was behind him in the jail, and then like the shot of Red leaving the jail was from the opposite side. So, like, you couldn't see the jail, but you can see the outside life. And it was kind of showing that, like, like foreshadowing that he wasn't going to kill himself and that, like, he had his whole life ahead of him, even though, like, he just spent fucking 40 years or whatever in jail. I thought that was a cool decision by Sir Frank. Roger Deakins was cinematographer. Saw that? I think we talked about him. And what did he do? He did another movie. We did.
In a minute, I don't remember, but I do remember he's a fucking legend.
Yeah.
And when I was reading through it, we were like, holy shit, this dude knows fucking everything.
And this was his first Oscar nomination. He did 1917, Blade Runner, Sicario, that's the one. No Country for Old Men, Fargo, Prisoners. Yeah, he's done some
Big fan of 1917.
He's done some good work.
That movie was crazy.
Shawshank Redemption, Big Lebowski.
You're fucking up that bottle.
Yeah, I've been going kind of crazy on this thing.
Dude, I've been ripping this shit off too, bro.
Dude, you've been stuffing it inside.
Oh
too.
my god, no! I'm still drinking it.
I don't know if y'all saw it a minute ago.
He's doing it.
I got one stuck like in the neck, and y'all were talking, so I came over here and started like fucking blowing.
I've heard it all.
Go get you another, bro. Go get you another beer, bro.
I'm not.
But who is your favorite character?
So I'm gonna say, just go. You're good.
Just go.
So, what?
I think I'm gonna let him out.
I mean, go for it, bro.
We're talking over here, man.
So, me and Yanni, like 3 months ago, we would make all these random movie lists. Like we did a list of like our top 10 favorite movies ever, and we would like compare with each other. Did a list of like top 10 favorite like movie soundtracks, and then we did a list of top 10 favorite movie characters ever. And Andy Dufresne was my number one character.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in between him and Red. Now bro's going to the bathroom.
Yeah. Andy is just. He just, like, everything he stands for, the way he walks, the way he talks, like, just every decision he makes in the movie is for the greater good. And he's just, like, the themes he presents of like peace and hope and redemption, and like the way he overcame adversity in the movie is just, it's so great.
He knew he was innocent, but he didn't he didn't hold it over the other inmates or everything. He just accepted the fact that now he's, here with everybody else, and he's not better than them, and he's just gonna, be a part of them and help them essentially.
Right. Yeah. And like that's the way I really want to live my life, is like kind of not allowing my circumstances to like overcome my thoughts and like the way I like my mindset and the way I like approach days, and like I think he just does that so well. So
And he ain't washed his hands.
Didn't wash his hands.
But my favorite character is definitely Red. I just think he stays true to himself the whole movie. Even there's times when he was saying how everybody in here except for me says he's innocent. It's because he owns the fact that he did what he did, and now he's gonna serve his time. And he's like, the whole movie he just pretends he's he never pretends that he's someone he's not. And then you could see the growth that he has as an individual who's been, in jail his whole life, and how he has come to terms with that, and how how he's grown from then. Especially when he was being interviewed with the new warden, like he just put it all out there, saying how like he knows the bullshit that they're doing. He thinks he's fine, with the time that he's did. But if you want to keep him here, then he's fine with it too, because that's his life. Yeah,
I think his like character arc was really great. Like what you said, just the way he develops like as a person throughout the movie is pretty evident. And then, I mean, the 3 scenes of where he goes into the parole hearings is really cool. And then the 3rd one, you can just kind of tell like he doesn't care anymore, and like he's not gonna allow he's not gonna try to win over these people. Like he's just like
He doesn't care. Yeah.
Like
He's come to terms with himself.
I truly believe that I am a good person, and that like my time is gonna come to get out of here because I am a good person. And when he finally accepts that is finally when his parole hearing got approved and he got out of there. So yeah, I mean, it's so hard because both those characters are just so fucking great, dude. Are you good?
Sorry. You're never allowed to stand up again while we're recording.
Yeah, that took like 30 minutes. But yeah, those I truly love Andy. Like Andy is actually one of my favorite characters in movies, I think, ever. But Red is also a fucking incredible character. So with all that, Mike, who's your favorite character?
Let's go with Brooks.
Brooks is great. Brooks is a great character, for sure. He's a Mike character.
And he kept that motherfucker on him.
A little bit of a Mike character. I won't lie, Brooks is kind of a joke answer, but I do fuck with Brooks.
Nah, Brooks is great.
Probably Andy. Especially like back half Andy, when he went like full rebellion, defiance. Like pretty much starting from when he was in the warden's office playing the music and kicking his feet up and shit to the end of the movie. I just like the way he operated.
Yeah, I mean, I think Red describes him pretty well at first. Like he's like just a guy that walks like he's invisible and doesn't have a care in the world. And I think his just persona is what I really liked about him. Like, I think you said it too, Corey, that like he just did not allow anything to really faze him. Even when he was fucking thrown in the hole for fucking a month and then thrown in the hole for another month after that. The very next scene after he gets thrown in the hole for 2 months is when he's sitting on the wall with Red, and he still was trying to like convince Red that like we're in here in this jail. He says the quote like you either get busy living or get busy dying. Like that's like right after he spent 2 months in the hole. Like I would love to one day have that type of fucking like mental fortitude to fucking.
It's a tank.
He's a fucking beast, bro. He's an actual beast. 6'5". He's huge. He's so fucking tall.
Yeah, I like how before he got to the prison, Morgan Freeman was like standing over everybody, and then they show a scene with Morgan Freeman and Andy, and they're just he towers over. He makes Morgan Freeman look like a normal person.
Wow, I never even peeped that. That's some shit right there. It was definitely purposeful. He is their guy. He was the new leader. He really did become the new leader eventually. Like once that shit happened on the roof where he fucking
Got him
like
the beer.
saved all of them and got him the beer, he became like, I don't want to say their savior. Like he's not fucking Jesus.
Well,
but
like before, they were all scared to even like let the guards know that they're listening on their conversation because they thought they were gonna get shot. But then, they weren't untouchable. Obviously, like the one dude got wet up, but the guards kind of protected Andy in a certain way because
for sure
he was doing their taxes. He was like making them money. So
for sure. What now?
You do some quotes. The burp was dying.
I don't have any quotes.
I got a question now that we're talking about Andy.
Okay.
Is this movie a hero's journey movie?
No.
What do you think, Mike? Like, is Andy a hero?
I think he's his own hero.
Is he also
If that counts.
Red's hero, though?
No,
Like, does Red make it out if Andy doesn't exist?
I think so.
I think so too.
I don't
And
know if I think so.
I don't think, per se, he would have had the Brooks route where he would have ended up killing himself. I think he would have just eventually found something for him just because of, like, his character is that kind of person where, they're a fighter and they're going to, live their life how they want to live it.
Yeah. I think he would have spent more time in jail, though.
Maybe.
The only reason I'd say no red wise is maybe he doesn't, like, adopt that, like, I don't really give a fuck type of thing he had going at the end. And then they keep him in longer. But
Yeah, and then he goes old like Brooks, and then what? Like,
Yeah, maybe, I
Brooks,
don't know.
like, part of the reason Brooks killed himself is because he was, older and couldn't really think as sharply as fucking, like Red could,
I think Red does it in a better way, though, if he's that old. I don't think Red tries going back to working and everything. I think he goes to, like, a fucking beach or something like that and then just ends it.
Yeah.
Calls it a day.
Dude, I kind of think this is a hero's journey movie. Like, I think that Andy is truly a hero for all those people. I think that, like, I don't know what Red's conclusion to his story would have been without Andy. I think Andy, he literally stopped all the fucking bad people. Like, he overcame all this adversity, like, literally more adversity than probably all three of us combined have ever fucking gone through. I don't know that for fact, but at least me for sure.
Yeah, I've never been framed for murder and spent 20 years in prison.
Yeah, like, and without any
And being raped.
like, he overcame all that adversity without even blinking and like batting an eye, and like even like letting it bother him one time, and escaped this prison, and like he just did all this crazy shit. So I don't know. I don't even know what made me think to ask that question. I mean, I wrote it down, but like when I wrote it down, I was like, I don't know where that came from, but I think he's truly a hero.
Fair.
Do you have any questions?
I don't, actually.
I already said my one question about the poop pipe.
Pipe. The poop pipe.
So what quotes we got? I mean, there's a lot of good
I only wrote
writing
down,
in this.
I only wrote down a few.
So
Get busy living or get busy dying, you already said.
legendary.
I kind of like the contrast in these two. These are actually my last two. Pretty sure it's right. He said, hope is a dangerous thing. Hope can drive a man insane. then a little while later, Andy hits you with hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies.
Facts.
I like the contrast of that throughout the movie.
And then the final words he says at the end. He's talking about hope.
Yeah. I mean, there's like the whole letter that he writes to Red is really great. I mean, there's. I could read you every single sentence of Morgan Freeman's narration. Like every quote. It's just perfect.
I have a fun fact about his narration.
What is it?
He shot it in one take, 90-minute take. That's all it took for the whole narration. One 90-minute take.
Apparently, it was before any filmings happened.
I saw that. Yeah.
Just Morgan Freeman's the GOAT.
The GOAT.
The GOAT VA.
I mean, he has. Does Morgan Freeman have the greatest voice in any acting
Yes.
ever?
Yeah.
He has to.
Yeah.
They still use his voice in commercials and stuff to this day.
21 Savage used it in his fucking rap album.
The more we talk about this, the more I feel like I remember. But
Who would be close to him? Well, J.K. Simmons has done a lot.
what song is it? I do remember this.
Yeah.
Is it the whole time? That's so sick, dude. Who would come close?
Yeah. Ooh.
I don't know. Like the one, like
gotta raise your hand.
he has better
No,
voice. He has a
raise
better
my hand,
voice
but
than
I
like
don't have
fucking
one.
sports commentators, bro.
True. I have one that I don't think either of you know, but he does a lot of video games. It's a man named Troy Baker. That man is
I thought you were gonna say John Madden.
no, that man is fucking everywhere.
I don't know.
Everywhere. He was he played Joel in The Last of Us. He was Indiana Jones, the newest Indiana Jones game.
I roll.
There's a shit ton more, but I don't know.
He just likes the Last of Us game.
That dude does so much. It's
I don't
insane.
know. But yeah, Morgan Freeman truly has, no pun intended, the voice of God. Like, he really does. I saw that the director of the movie used Goodfellas as like a huge inspiration for the narration. He liked the way Goodfellas used the narration towards the movie and the way like
Yeah, I could definitely see how he took inspiration from that.
he used the way like Goodfellas like progresses timelines through the narration, and
Yeah, I really
Shawshank
like
Redemption did like the same thing. And I'll present this question: which movie do you think had better narration? I probably, as much as I love Goodfellas, I do love Goodfellas more in this movie, but I think this movie probably takes the cake.
I think it is really close, and I think what puts it over the edge is Morgan Freeman being the voice of the narration.
I think so too.
Because they could have easily had whoever played Andy do it, and it would have worked not just as well, but it still would have worked with the movie. But I think going with Morgan Freeman was just an obvious choice, but the best choice.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with Goodfellas just because of one part of that movie, that entire ending part
it's great.
with him, just like that whole like it feels like he's just speed running every event that's happening. To
It
him.
literally
That shit
like
was
feels like a
ridiculous.
rush off coke while he's doing coke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That is the one thing that puts that over the edge for me.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know if I have any more quotes I fuck with. I mean, I definitely do. And during the dialogue or during the narration, when Morgan Freeman says, like, in 1966, Andy Dufresne escaped from Shawshank Redemption, he said, I remember thinking it would take a man 600 years to tunnel through that wall with it. Old Andy did it in less than 20. I like had like chills running through my spine when he said that. I was like, this is so cool. Just like the way the movie throws you little tiny fucking clues like that Andy is gonna escape, but in the same time, like I remember the first time when I watched it 4 years ago, I didn't really remember the movie that well, so I was surprised again by the plot twist of that he was escaping. Like the whole movie gives you little bits, like when he asks for a fucking pickaxe, you're like, oh, like Morgan Freeman's character literally says, what are you gonna escape with it or some shit? Like they're talking about escape. He's like, oh no, it would take fucking. When you'll see it, you'll understand that like I can't fucking do that. Which should make you think like, oh, maybe he is gonna escape. But like the whole movie, they kind of just make you believe that it's not possible that he's gonna escape. And even like right before they find out he did escape, like when you're watching it, what did you think?
Yeah,
you thought he was gonna kill himself? Like you think he's gonna kill himself because you completely forget about the pickaxe. You completely don't even think about the picture being up there. You just don't think about any of the stuff that they give you, and it turns out that 19 years later, he's been fucking plotting on breaking out of this prison the whole fucking time, and he's gone. It's such a great plot twist too, dude. It's so good.
I can't believe you kept it a secret that long. I would have definitely told Red.
Yeah, told fucking somebody.
I
I know.
Yeah, I've been digging a fucking hole.
That shit,
Dude.
it would just come up in like casual conversation for me. Just talking about food or something. Yo, by the way,
You
I'm
would have
digging a
gave that
hole
shit
in my
away
fucking
after a
cell.
week. You would have gave it away
He's like,
so
"Bro,
fast.
you should see the dent I made in my fucking cell.
He probably would have told the fucker that was raping him.
We would have been eating fucking lunch or
I'll
something.
take you with me if you stop fucking me in the butt.
We would have been eating lunch or something. He's talking about mashed potatoes. Like, yo, by the way, I got a hole going in my fucking cell.
I got a hit TV show idea. It's called Hole in the Wall.
I just broke ground on the third wall.
That shit is so stupid.
Piece of shit unconnected. It didn't fucking work right.
Yeah,
No.
Mike would have folded that one, bro. Absolutely.
I have one more fun fact, but I'm scared to say it because my source was wrong before. Apparently, that yard scene, like the main yard scene
yeah.
when he's going around meeting
I
everyone,
have this
apparently that
down.
took 9 hours to shoot. So I meant Morgan Freeman was playing catch in the background for 9 fucking hours.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
He showed up the next day in a sling.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that part. That's crazy.
Because you got to click the link. They got more. I clicked the link.
I read the summary.
Yeah,
That's good enough.
I saw it and I clicked the link. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I loved when Andy's first day after he gets his first tray of lunch, he's going to sit down. He sits down alone, and he's coincidentally obviously sits down next to like all of his soon-to-be friends. And then he like finds the worm in his thing, and then Brooks goes, "You gonna eat that?" And like the first time you watch it, you're like, "Bro, why is this guy fucking asking like if he's gonna eat a worm?" And then he opens his fucking jacket and he feeds it to like a little bird. Speaking of which, Jake is one of my favorite characters too. Right? He's a legend.
It's fair.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. When Brooks finally let him out, you could tell bro was dumb happy. He's like, finally, this motherfucker let me free, bro. It's been fucking 15 years. About damn time, Brooks.
I got one more fun fact.
What is it?
Hear it.
The car Andy was driving at the end when he's going to Mexico was a 1969 Pontiac GTO. He escaped in 1965.
What year was it?
What the hell
He
we
was
doing?
driving a 1969 car, and the time
it's
frame of
old.
when he was driving. So the car hadn't come out yet, but he was driving it.
Someone's got to get fired.
They folded.
Get that boy out of here. What the fuck?
He was driving a 69 and 65.
Continuity.
What the fuck?
Nah, I'm bumming it down. Force 4
Oh, yeah.
stars.
The
No.
Put it
realism.
a 3, actually. Get
No
the car
realism.
right.
Yeah, bro. Fuck this movie.
Insane.
Hate it.
Insane.
Yeah, I
What
mean,
more we got?
Oscars.
yeah, we talk about Oscars, and I
Buck
got
has a question too.
I got a fuck ton of fun facts too.
Okay, what do you want to do first?
Do the Oscars, run it.
It's my fucking time to shine. Oh, this is my favorite. All right. Oscar Shawshank Redemption, 1995. You're going to see a common theme here throughout this. A theme we found in a couple episodes ago. Morgan Freeman was nominated for Best Leading Role, lost to Tom Hanks in Forrest Gump. He was also, not he, but the movie was nominated for Best Cinematography, lost to Legends of the Fall.
Ew.
I have yet to see that.
What else? Do you know what else was nominated?
I mean, just
Like, was Pulp Fiction? I mean,
I think it was up there.
Forrest Gump.
I mean, it was just like
I guess.
textbook 95 movies, like
Yeah, I don't know.
1994.
all those. Nominated for Best Film Editing, lost to Forrest Gump.
I saw that they also took like inspiration from Goodfellas on the film editing too, which is also it's not it's a little different. It's a different story, so it's but yeah.
Nominated for Best Music, Original Score or / Original Score, comma whatever. Lost to The Lion King.
Deserved.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Checks out.
Yeah.
Nominated for Best Picture, lost to who would have fucking guessed it? Forrest Gump. Yeah, what's new around here? Nominated for Best Sound, lost to Speed.
Never heard of
It's a
it.
solid movie. Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock.
Legend. Never seen it.
It's a fucking bus, and it's like
A bus.
a bus, yeah, and some like terrorist shit happened. So if the bus goes below a certain amount of speed, I don't remember what it was, but if it goes around a certain amount of speed, the bus blows up. So it's like a bus full of people, and they're trying to like figure this shit out and fix it. And
Sounds retarded.
it was all right.
Well, it's like that one movie where they're in the ambulance and he just robbed a bank.
Oh, ambulance, but the LA was capitalized because it was shot in LA. Yeah.
Hell nah, bro. That sounds so stupid.
Speed wasn't bad. Speed wasn't bad.
Okay.
Nominated for Best Writing Screenplay based on material previously produced
What won that?
or published.
Did Pulp Fiction win that? Was it original or adapted screenplay?
Adapted. Previously produced or published.
Pulp Fiction did win that.
No.
Yeah, it did.
Forrest Gump. Pulp Fiction was the one below that. The original screenplay.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. No shit. I'm sorry.
And then I put All in All didn't win a fucking thing.
Did not win an Oscar.
That's crazy.
Wait, did you get all the nominations?
Yeah. That should be all of it. I don't
Yeah,
think
you
I
did.
missed any. Unless
No,
there
you
was like
didn't.
some weird like honorable thing at the bottom of the page that I just didn't fucking look at.
You
but-
didn't. So Tom Hanks won Best Actor. I think that's probably fair.
Yeah, that role in Forrest Gump is just.
Yeah.
I mean, Tim Robbins was pretty good in this. He's Andy. I think
he
I don't
was
think
able to
he's-
lean on Morgan Freeman a little bit more, and Tom Hanks had literally nobody
Yeah,
else.
you're not
really.
touching
I mean,
Tom Hanks in that. That's-
so. I guess like Best Picture will lead into my question. I have. Let's rank the big three from '94
Ooh.
in terms of. I guess what's our favorite? Let's do what's our favorite, or we could do what's
No,
what.
we should do our favorite.
Let's just do our favorite. I think both questions would lead to the same answer. Because what my favorite is also what I would pick for Best Picture.
it's the same for me.
So between
Mine would be
between Forrest Gump, Pulp Fiction, Shawshank Redemption, rank them 1 to 3.
Lion King snubbed.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be fourth in my list, regardless.
I would go off of favorite, which would be different from actuals like movie plot, cinematography, whatever the fuck you're saying. I would go The Shawshank Redemption, Pulp Fiction, Forrest Gump. If it was the other one, not my favorite.
Like, which would you give Best Picture to?
Yeah. So for my favorite, it's Shawshank Redemption, Pulp Fiction, Forrest Gump. Best Picture would be Forrest Gump, Shawshank Redemption, Pulp Fiction.
Wow. So you think Forrest Gump is like the best movie of the three, in terms of like all the
I
check
need to watch it
boxes?
again. But yeah.
I mean, it's great, bro. Like, no list is wrong, really. But what about you?
All right, so favorites. I'm going Pulp Fiction, number 1. Forrest Gump, and then Shawshank.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
I kind of fuck with Forrest Gump. Based on what I think deserved Best Picture, I'm switching up a tiny bit of Forrest Gump 1, and then Pulp Fiction, and then Shawshank.
Wow.
Yeah, a little weird.
I'm going Shawshank Redemption, Pulp Fiction, and Forrest Gump for both. I think Shawshank Redemption is definitely the best movie in my opinion. I think just the storytelling and the characters, and I don't think there's any flaws. I mean, it's a hard thing to judge. I think I could watch Forrest Gump tomorrow and maybe change my mind. I think I could watch Pulp Fiction tomorrow and maybe change my mind.
Yeah, I just think, for like movie wise, the plot is way better in Shawshank Redemption than in Pulp Fiction, which is why in my favorites I put Shawshank above it. And then like in actual like story wise, Pulp Fiction is a little bit harder to follow because it's jumping timelines a little bit and it's kind of like all over the place. Which I still love the movie and gave it 5 stars, but that's where like in cinematic wise I would put Forrest Gump ahead.
How crazy is it that all 3 of those movies came out in the
that's
same
fucking
That is
year?
crazy.
Like
That
within
is.
months of each other. Like 3, truly, I'm sure we'll probably do Forrest Gump one day on this podcast. And, like Forrest Gump is truly like really a fucking awesome movie. What, are you gonna pick it?
No, I said it might have
I don't
to be
think
a guest
I don't think
episode.
I'm gonna ever pick it.
I'll pick it if none of y'all do.
was
I
gonna
fucking
say, if
love
I-
that movie.
If
dude.
I pick it, it'll be because I ran out of like.
Why?
I don't know what the fuck to pick.
Forrest Gump's so sick.
I've got so many movies that I would pick before Forrest Gump.
Bro, we can talk about Forrest Gump for hours.
Yeah, but also I don't know. There's so many. You know what's crazy about Forrest?
Forrest Gump's so elite, bro.
They named a restaurant at City Walk, like Universal City Walk, because of Forrest Gump. That's nuts.
Bro, there's so many. That's literally a franchise,
Bubba
Mike.
Gump Shrink Place.
That's a franchise.
He's
There's
so
so many of those, not
That's
just
crazy.
that one.
I
You
did
really
not-
thought that was the only
yeah,
one?
I thought that was the only one.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Bubblegum Shrimp Company?
Yeah, I thought that was the only one.
No, there's so many of them.
It's fucking Universal. They would make that the only one.
Bro, there's so many Bubblegums. I've been to one outside of Florida.
I'm not buying that for a fucking second.
I'm gonna look up Bubblegum Shrimp Company and see where the closest one is. One Universal Boulevard, one Atlantic Avenue, one Savannah. Yeah, bro, there's a bunch of them.
That was a little silly.
Wow. It's good too. You ever been there and ate it?
No, I don't like shrimp.
What?
No.
Yeah.
You don't either?
I love shrimp.
Oh,
No,
I was gonna
no.
say.
I
I got half my family from Louisiana, baby. I like that crawfish.
Cajun
I like shrimp,
food.
Cajun.
You want to hear
You ever
my-
had seafood boil?
that man
Bro,
gets
you
down.
never had seafood boil?
No, because I don't like shrimp.
You're bugging
You
out.
want
bro.
to hear my
question
shrimp
is that?
story?
I was actually about to have seafood boil like 2 days ago, but it didn't happen.
You want to hear my shrimp story?
For Kane's birthday, Kane's parents made seafood boil for her because we love seafood boil.
And y'all did it on the table thing?
I ate steak.
You're such a
Yeah,
fucking
Kel made,
bitch,
Kel,
dude.
Kel made steak for him and Mike because they
He
don't
doesn't.
like.
Kel doesn't like it either. Gosh, dude.
We were grubbing on
Seafood's
that steak.
That
low
seafood boil
key.
was fire.
Seafood's low key my favorite food.
You want to hear my shrimp story?
Sure.
So
I think you've told me this before.
When my brother turned 16, he got his first credit card. Right. He decided because he got his first credit card, he wanted it to be an event. So he took all of us to Red Lobster. He said, "Order whatever you want. I don't
And
care.
they
It's
had
on my
the
credit
unlimited
card."
shrimp.
Yeah. So I ordered unlimited shrimp, never having shrimp before.
Very good.
I took a bite into one fucking shrimp. I ran off to the bathroom, threw up in the trash can, came back, and I looked at my brother. I'm like, "Patrick, I'm not eating anymore."
You got
shrimp.
the unlimited shrimp?
Yeah, I got
You
the
ate
unlimited
one?
shrimp.
How old
I
was?
ate
How
one.
old were you?
Maybe like, he was 16.
So you were like 10.
6 years. Yeah, I was 10.
Bro, you have to give it another try.
I don't know.
Like,
It was something with
you're-
the texture. Like I took a bite
Bro.
into it. I'm like, I'm not fucking with this. And I
Bro.
went.
I love
yeah.
shrimp.
Bro, like Mike, I promise you, especially with food, like I eat a lot of food. I've had a lot of food.
Yeah, you do.
Bro, you gotta try shrimp again, dude.
It was a texture thing. Like it wasn't the taste of it. I took a bite into it.
But
and I'm
you,
like,
how
fuck
old are
no.
you now?
23.
Yeah,
You
gotta,
were 10, dude.
You gotta eat it the way I eat it. I don't even peel the shell off. I like eating it crunchy.
It
Y'all ever had
I
crawfish?
do both. Depends where I'm at.
You eat the tail?
Depends. Like
I eat the tail.
sometimes if I'm like just fucking don't care, like yeah. But
I don't eat the little tip.
I don't
but
always.
eat
I don't always eat the
the part
tail,
that's got the meat in it. Part of the tail. I'll eat that.
Brother, I'll get down on sushi.
Bro,
It
you
doesn't
gotta-
matter what's in the sushi.
bro.
I'll
You
get
gotta
down
eat.
on
You
that.
gotta eat crab, dude.
Oh my god.
I kind of fuck with crab.
I like
Crab
lobster.
is so
I've
fucking
never
good.
had
Lobster is
lobster.
fucking insane too.
I've never had lobster. I always looked at it. I'm like, I don't
All
like
seafood
That.
is
If you don't
good.
like shrimp, you probably
Honestly,
won't like
fish is
lobster.
the worst seafood. Like it,
I fuck with salmon.
salmon's good. I mean, no, fish is good. I'm not saying that, but like shrimp, lobster, crawfish,
lobster.
fucking crab, like all that shit is better than
Hey,
fish.
fun fact: they used to feed lobster to prisoners a long time ago because they was bottom dweller food at one
Nah,
point, which
now
is
that
crazy.
shit bougie.
They're eating good
I'd
as
be
fuck.
lit as fuck.
Y'all got any butter up there? You fucking peasant locked in the brig. Y'all got butter? Oh no, they'd probably beat your ass.
Yeah, Mike, you gotta tap in,
Yeah.
bro.
I don't know, man. If I throw up, it's wraps. You ever have escargot?
I don't know what that is.
It's what is it? It's like fucking snail eggs or something.
Yeah, it's
like
some
that.
weird egg shit. It's what they had in Victorious
That was another one. My dad so
when they
badly.
won the ping pong tournament.
I don't remember that well.
They didn't actually, they pretended to be a ping pong team and then they'd get $5,000 as a team or something, and then
Good
they'd spend
episode.
$1,000 on the trophy, and then they would pretend like they won, but then they'd spend $4,000 at a super bougie restaurant.
Wow.
And
they saw how much the
Robbie's
bill was.
dumbass got a hella escargot, and they ran up the bill and they didn't have enough money.
He thought it was like an appetizer or some shit. Nope.
Is it really this is really that expensive? Escargot?
It's bougie.
I don't know. I've never
That
had
was
it.
so we were on a cruise and my dad.
Oh yeah, that
My
shit's
dad's
trash.
always been like, I want you to try new things, and I want to try new things too. But I saw the escargot. I'm like, Dad, I'm telling you, this is not gonna go well. We had a really nice dinner on that cruise ship. I'm like, Dad, this is not gonna go well. He's like, you gotta try the fucking escargot, dude. I'm like, all right, fine, Dad, I'll try the escargot. I put it in my mouth. I tried eating some of it, threw up all over that fucking table, and I looked him dead in the eyes. I'm like, I told you that would not go well.
That's
man.
what I did at
Bro,
Thanksgiving.
you're playing games with your mind.
When I was,
bro.
I think I forget what grade I was in. I think it was elementary school, but I was in Atlanta for Thanksgiving, and my aunt made me eat her green beans, and I literally threw up on the Thanksgiving table, on all the
You
food.
just gotta let it rip.
If you force me to eat something, I still don't even eat green beans to this day.
It could just be mind games because I don't
I don't
take
love
shots
green
because I
beans.
just assume I'm gonna throw up every time.
That's definitely
Bro,
mind games.
you gotta just like do it.
Really?
Over
You
the
gotta
last
try
like
sipping
4
on it, not
years,
do it as a shot.
over the last 4 years, I've kind of just been like trying more foods just for the fuck of it and not being scared anymore of trying new
I'm
stuff.
never eating green beans.
And I've found so many new foods that I really like, which is so fucking awesome.
If you're still watching this point, put down in the comment section what food you refuse to eat.
Might have found a gem if they're still watching. this point,
And
'cause this shit
please,
is
in the
almost
comments, advise Mike to try shrimp again.
He should.
Ain't gonna
Because
happen.
shrimp is truly
My mom makes
one
some
of the
pretty good
best
shrimp,
fucking
and she made it
foods
one time
ever.
and he didn't
Wow.
eat it.
Shrimp is so good, bro. Anywho, let's get back.
If anyone's
What?
watching
movie.
this far, I might have found a gem. 'Cause we
Just
don't
my
really
mom,
leave that
probably.
shit in there that long.
Hi, Mom.
Like, stuff like that, we normally don't leave it. in
Right
there.
high in the comments if
Why
you're still here.
not?
Normally it gets cut out.
Why?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If anyone watched this long, they
Well,
might have found a gem because normally that
shut
shit gets
up.
cut.
That was a good combo, bro.
Anywho,
It's not in there because we had to cut, but now we don't have to cut anymore.
you know that shit constant.
Shawshank Redemption is the #1 movie on IMDb's top 250 list.
Nice.
Really.
It's been
Yeah,
since 2008.
It really might be my new favorite movie.
So why is it in the middle of my top 100 movies poster?
Probably because
Is
it's the
it- is that ranked?
centerpiece.
Is it ranked or is it
It's
just...
got the spotlight. It's got the spotlight, bro.
It's true.
It
I
could
mean,
be.
it's like middle right.
I don't know, but my list is. I think mine is in alphabetical order. Is it in alphabetical order?
It probably is.
I don't know.
Well, T is not... It's one of the...
Well, I think it would go off the X, not
75%.
T.
The Shawshank Redemption.
Well, yeah, but there's a lot of things with the, so I don't know. A
It's a
lot of
good
times they
point.
put the at the back. and they
I don't
put-
know. It's probably.
You know,
it could be
you know
just
what's funny?
coincidence.
Well,
His
no,
S
no,
is
no,
right next to
because-
T in the damn alphabet.
Well, but okay, now I'm thinking about the poster. The Lion King is at the bottom. The Lion King's at the bottom and Shawshank's in the middle.
And
The
L
Lion
comes,
King would be ahead of
L
Shawshank
comes
if it was
before
that
S,
way.
so it's not
Yeah, so my
alphabetical
shit's
order.
Not
I
alphabetical.
don't know.
It's
It's
just-
probably
And if it
just.
was, S and T are right next to each other.
They
so
probably
it
just
wouldn't
threw
change
them.
much.
They probably just threw them randomly. I don't know.
I don't know. Who's to say?
Now that I think about it,
So-
Indiana Jones is at the bottom too.
So there have been. There have been 5 movies total.
Oh, it's definitely ranked by best movie.
There have been 5 movies total that have been #1 on IMDb's top 250 list. You guys want to guess the other 4?
No.
Oh, hold on.
Cars 2.
Yes.
How crazy would that be?
Come on, Corey. It's easy, bro. Kind of.
No way it's Interstellar, right?
No.
Yeah.
I wish.
I mean, it's got to be older shit.
You guys know all of them.
IMDb is always older shit.
You guys both know all of them.
Princess Bride.
That's not on there. I promise you, that's not on there. That's my favorite, but it's not. It's damn near nobody else's favorite. I'm cooked. Hit me with it.
Godfather,
Okay. Check this out.
Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope,
Yep, makes sense.
Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, and The Dark Knight.
Oh,
Mickey Mouse.
odd.
Super Mickey Mouse. Endgame wasn't on there.
Where's Spider-Man 2?
Or Spider-Man 2 definitely wasn't fucking on
Where's
there.
Spider-Man 2?
Probably-
Where is Fantastic Four?
Probably not
Rise
even
of
in the whole
Silver
fucking 250
Wait, are
list.
you guys talking about the Toby?
Endgame's probably on
Are you
the top
talking about the
250
Tobey
list.
Maguire ones or the Andrew Garfield?
We're
or the
talking
Tom
about
Holland?
the one called Amazing Spider-Man.
Where's,
Your mom needs to take your phone away.
We just forgot to write the amazing on it.
Your mom needs to take your phone away from
where
you.
is Rise of the Silver Surfer on that list?
Not on there.
That movie's gas. They all start losing
You're talking
their
about
powers.
fucking Fantastic Four?
Yeah, they all start losing their powers, and Johnny ends up with all of their powers. So he takes down the
Oh, and he goes
Silver Surfer
invisible?
using all of his power. Yeah, he goes
And he's
invisible,
naked?
And he stretches, and then he fucking
Yeah.
punches real hard with his fire. That movie's heat.
I would like to take a look at that list because I've never. I mean, I don't know if you always do this, but when I was younger and I wanted to look for movies to watch, like high school, I would go on that list and just look at movies.
I was just watching Vampire Diaries.
It was either Netflix or I'd go through my dad's whole like collection of DVDs and pick something out of that.
I think that's probably also how I always had Shawshank Redemption like in my mind.
Fair.
Because I would always go on that list and look for movies, and I'd be like, "Oh, this movie's #1. Like, what is this movie?" But I never watched it.
What's a movie I've always wanted to watch that I haven't?
Godfather.
No, always in my dad's collection. It was like what was it? It was like 12 Monkeys or something like that.
12 no.
It was something monkeys. I don't remember.
12
the number.
monkeys.
What was the number? What was the number?
12 Angry Men.
No.
12 naked
12 Years
monkeys.
a Slave.
I'm looking it up.
12 Monkeys.
It was something monkeys, bro.
12 naked monkeys.
Hold on. Hold on.
I have no.
Yeah, no, I'm not fucking stupid. It's a movie called 12 Monkeys.
Never heard of it.
That shit was always in my dad's little DVD collection.
Alright.
You never seen that?
I thought bro was talking about
I
12
always
Years a
saw that. And
Slave.
I always saw that poster, and I thought it'd be terrifying. I'm like, I'm not watching that shit.
Oh, no,
But
I'm not watching it either.
Do we have
someone of the 50
Yes.
subscribed know about 12?
Do you guys have anything else you want to add on the Shawshank
I
Redemption?
have a fuck ton of fun facts still.
Okay.
Let it rip, big man.
So you guys said the baseball one. I'm throwing the baseball for 9 hours in the fucking yard. Clint Eastwood, Harrison Ford, Paul Newman, Gene Hackman, Robert Redford,
Rest in
and
peace,
Robert
Gene
Duvall
Hackman.
were all considered for the role of Red, who was a middle-aged white Irishman with red hair in the novel. It was not a black dude. And as a joke, when they were recording that first bit of dialogue between Red and Andy, Andy asked him like, "Why do you call him Red?" And he's like, "Maybe because I'm Irish." Like he said that as a joke, referencing the book, and they were just like, "Fuck it, we're gonna keep that in the movie."
So do you
'Cause it's
think he was
funny.
called Red because he was ginger?
In the movie,
In
or
the
I'm in the
book.
book. Sorry, probably. Well, also his name in the fucking story, his last name is Redford.
Oh, that's probably why. Never mind.
So
Adds up.
Makes sense,
I
man.
think that's his name in the book too. I'm not sure, but that's his name in the movie.
I don't know.
No, it is his name in the movie.
So a second time, rest in peace, Gene.
It says it on the fucking
I don't know.
You see that?
what?
I don't know if we can
Hackman.
verify that.
What, he died?
Yeah, him
Today?
and his wife. It was today or yesterday. I don't remember.
Actually, it was. I did see that.
Him and his wife. They literally, people walked into the house and they just saw both of them dead.
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
R.I.P.
Yeah, let's get back to the fun facts.
Um,
Not so
That was
fun
not a very
facts.
fun fact. That was kind of
So
Morbid
Stephen King was
facts.
only paid $5,000 for the
And he
adaptation.
framed
that's
it.
disgusting.
Framed the check, never cashed the check. Gave the check to
You can give me
Frank
the
Darabont
$5,000.
and had him frame it. And the note said, "In case you ever needed bail money, love, Steve."
I could take
Cool gift to have.
I'll take $5,000.
cool, like,
I would
cool
take
gift to have. I could take
$5,000
like
too.
5,000 wowie right now.
I could take it like
I'll
$5
take it straight to
grand.
Orange
That
City.
would clear a credit card.
To prepare for the role of Andy Dufresne, Tim Robbins actually spent some time in solitary confinement.
A little method acting.
Yeah, pretty crazy. I don't know how long he did it for.
Probably 20 minutes
Yeah,
and
I was
call
going to
it a
say
day.
20 minutes probably.
Enough of that.
That's enough of that.
Go.
All right, guys, let me out.
Bang, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Shit in the corner, maggot.
So the mugshots of the kid that like in the pictures of Red when they do the stamp, you see the picture of him as a
I was
jit.
wondering who that was.
It's his
Morgan
son.
Freeman.
That's his
Morgan
son?
Freeman's kid.
That's fire.
I know, it's so fire.
Sick.
And then I saw his kid made a cameo in the movie too. I guess it's not really considered a cameo because nobody knew who the fuck his kid was. But it was the scene I think where they're all like banging on the fence when the new fucking inmates come in and they're like fishy, fishy, fishy or whatever. Like one of the fucking dudes was Morgan Freeman's kid. It says although it was never directly stated in the film, Brooks is in prison for allegedly murdering his wife and daughter after a losing streak playing poker.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
I thought that's
know.
what you were gonna do the other night, play poker, Mike.
Yeah, it was
Just
not
kill
a-
the whole table.
Not a good night. Did not want to be there.
You shouldn't have gone.
Not a good time. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. It hits a point, and I take care of it.
You know what he said before? He's like, yeah, I was only able to fill up half my tank, so I'm going to go win some money so I can.
It was a rough day.
So R. Lee Ermey was considered for the role of Captain Hadley.
Who the hell is that?
That's the fucking drill sergeant from the movie we reviewed last
okay.
week from
Yeah,
Full Metal Jacket.
okay.
Yeah, which I thought was funny. We reviewed that last week, and there was a fact about him this week, so I just put it in there. Probably wouldn't have put it in there if we didn't watch Full Metal Jacket last week, honestly. But
All comes full circle.
might be.
You know what
I
they
mean,
say, it all comes
a
from
lot
Metal
of
Jacket.
dudes were.
That's what they say in the movie.
I wasn't.
I can't wait till we see a movie where they mention the movie title in the movie.
Yeah, so my favorite scene actually was when he crawled out of the poop scoop and he goes, and he looks dead in the camera. This is the Shawshank Redemption. It's my favorite.
They did
scene.
it in Full Metal Jacket.
Well, yeah, when they were talking about the ammo, but I feel like that doesn't count.
Full Metal
How does it
Jacket.
not count?
Because it's got to be like a fucking, this is Superman 3 or something fucking stupid.
Bro,
like
he was
that.
literally
Like,
the guy literally asked him. He was like, is your gun loaded? He said, yeah, 7.62, full metal jacket.
I guess he did kind of stretch it out.
He stretched it out so badly.
That's fair.
I feel like there was another movie where we watched recently that fucking said it. Oh yeah, Spider-Man.
I am Spider-Man too.
No, I'm actually referring to another movie. I feel like
I don't know.
said the title. I don't know. Maybe it was some other fucking movie I watched. That might be about all I have, actually. Oh, I thought this was cool. So, the book of Exodus in the Bible is the book that, like, where Andy cut out the fucking thing to put the rock hammer in was in the book of Exodus. And the book of Exodus tells the story of Hebrew slaves escaping from Egypt. Exodus literally means to escape or depart. That had to be like purposeful decision, right?
So you're saying Andy's Jewish?
How many people do you think watched that movie and
Sure.
like clocked that was the Book of Exodus?
I mean, I'd noticed it was the book of Exodus probably every time I watched it, but I didn't really know. I don't think I've ever read the book of Exodus, honestly.
Fake fan.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
There's a lot of books in the Bible, bro.
That's nuts.
But and I definitely didn't know the meaning of the word Exodus as well. So
First I've heard of it.
yeah, I know. I think that's all I got. What?
It sounded like you just shit your pants. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was it. Been ripping at this thing the whole day.
Don't couch.
Yeah, you owe us a new couch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we didn't even put the blanket.
I don't even think it can't even see
I don't know.
it.
It's fine.
Oh, yeah,
if you
I
see
think
any
it-
tears there, it's from Buck just ripping it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely not any of the fucking cats.
Not the 20 cats that live here.
It's 5. Thank you.
There's 2, landlord.
There's 2.
It's probably the third roommate, actually. That's just like biting at it because he's so angry.
Do we have anything else?
No.
I
Great
think-
movie, 5 stars.
Yeah.
One of the
Very
best
good.
movies of all time. Of all time.
Of all time.
Truly remarkable.
If you haven't watched it, go watch it. You know, always don't forget like, share,
I mean,
subscribe, comment,
I do think
subscribe.
every
again.
single person should watch this movie. I think, like, even if there are people
It's a
out there,
necessity.
you know, there's some people that, you know, don't like war movies, don't like horror, don't like romance. Like, I think this movie can be watched by everybody and enjoyed by everybody because it's just that, you know, impactful of a movie.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I just got a notification it's my bedtime, so that might be it. But Mike,
That's my cue.
you have something
That's
to say?
my cue.
Your
I
beer
do.
is fucking demolished right now, dude.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, my pick next week. I'm going off script. I was gonna go Spider-Man 3. Not going Spider-Man 3.
How come?
I've gotten some complaints from my peers. So Spider-Man 3 will be at a later date.
Not your peer.
Instead,
We're never gonna do it.
I've said before
Yeah,
Damien
it'd be weird to
Chazelle.
just throw it in there randomly.
I've said before Damien Chazelle is my favorite director of all time. There's a very close second, a man by the name of Edgar Wright.
Edgar Allan Poe.
He also
Wow,
Reserves.
You're doing it.
reserves 2 of my favorite movies of all time, and I'm not going to pick the favorite. I'm going to pick the second one.
So you're not doing it.
We're going Baby Driver.
Wow, that's such a fucking
Yeah.
good movie.
Yeah.
I've seen the movie in a minute.
Movie's gas.
Wow,
Movie's sick.
wow,
But
that's exciting.
yeah, Edgar Wright's Baby Driver.
That's so fucking random.
Movie. Yeah, I was
That's
looking.
so
I was
random.
scrolling through my favorite movies list on Letterboxd. I'm like, fuck it, dude. I want to watch Baby Driver.
Banger.
So that's where we're going.
Yeah.
On that note, tune in next week for a little talk about Baby Driver. Movie's amazing if you haven't seen it yet.
That's so funny.
Shout out Philip Somber. For
Shout
the
out
intro
Jamie
song.
Foxx. We got to talk about Jamie Foxx next week,
That
baby.
too. Philip Somber for the
go.
intro song. Nate Donk for the outro song. This is Mike, Corey, Buck, D-List Cinema. We love you guys. See you later. Bye-bye.
Later.
Yeah. Look, got a couple goons in the back, and they all got a little heat sensitive of smoke. They don't even gotta move from the back. You don't gotta look for the game. If you see me, always been a cool where I'm at. Okay. Shawty said she tryna take a Nate Donk break. When this drop, she about to relapse. I'm in the field.